G'day Eagles fans and welcome to this week's instalment of Ask Simmo, all thanks to ECU. A tough result on the road. It went down to the wire. Simmo, Adam Simpson joins us right now. That is you. How are you?
I'm okay, mixed emotions.
Yep.
Yeah, to be in the game and competitive and start better than we have. Like our travel trips have been brutal. So to be within a kick with a minute to go or be in front, yeah, that's really pleasing, but to lose is disappointing.
Yeah, it is. What was there anything you can put your finger on that led to the fight back? Like, you're down by a lot.
We adjusted a couple of things, but I think the players, I think Petch kicked the goal from the middle and Jamie Cripps did a really good knock on, and it was 2 in a row. And it was 18 points, and I think there was a little bit of belief, if anything. So it's amazing what a bit of belief does, and we kicked a couple of goals quickly, and we were playing a pretty solid brand. I think we had some field position the right way, and the momentum just started to build. And then, obviously we got in front with 2 minutes to go, mate.
I know you've got a lot to handle upstairs, but is there any danger of just sorting the magnets out on the board? Coming out for the second quarter, 7 defenders out in the field?
There's one person that can attribute to that, if that's the right word, and it's Elliott. So he just assumes he starts on the ground in every bit of play, but we're trying to manage his time, which was difficult because he had 70 minutes in him, and then the game got tight, and he hit 70 minutes at the 10-minute mark of the last quarter, so he ended up playing 90. And he was really important late to get us that the last couple of even the very last play to almost get the win back. He stayed on ground, so we looked after him with his GPS stuff. But yeah, he started on I
was disappointed to say it was in the back line, Simmo. Let's get to the fans' questions. Billy J asks, in the last minute of the game, you were shown waving your arms and making a pushing motion. What were you trying to communicate to the players?
I think that was we'd hit the lead, and then the Bombers, their wingers, because it's 6-6-6 at centre bounces, their wingers pushed really hard forward, and our wings were to get engaged, and then our forwards had to come up. So I think that's how it worked, and then there was a stoppage straight away after it. So our wingers were defenders, so to speak. So it was like 8 on 8. Then our forwards had to come up. We had an extra forward in the stoppage, so it was a bit of chaos, a bit of organised chaos, stuff I've seen before, but we haven't executed before. So there's some young guys who did a really good job instinctively to do the right thing, and then there's some stuff there that we need to coach.
Is that, you sort of answered it, but coaching or on-field stuff? Because I think in my time as a player, and we did a lot of that stuff coaching, but you really got to see that in game, don't you?
Yeah, well, I think it was about 10 minutes to go, and we were 2 goals down, and we made a bit of a call to obviously be a bit more aggressive, and the backs were already into that mode. You can probably imagine who, mate, but they very aggressive with our ball movement, and that's what the game needed. So there's the coaching instruction. Sometimes it's an attitude with the way you defend or move the ball. Sometimes it's structurally. It's a lot easier with the attitude piece because our leaders take control, which they have for a long period of time. So that last goal we conceded, I think we had like 5 defenders running off the back of the square looking to charge in, and that was more the right thing to do rather than a coaching thing. So yeah, it was. We learnt last 2 weeks. We've learned a lot.
That's good. Mark Davis asked you, Simmo, Jack Petrelli's speed out of the stoppage is really damaging at the moment. How have you seen his contribution?
Yeah, really good. Like, he was one of the guys who was up into the stoppage. He'd done a pretty good job for us. We're struggling for clearances at the moment, so a bit banged up with our midfield and playing some really good sides. So the Bombers, I think they beat us pretty easily in hit-outs and clearances. So he's supporting our stoppages on occasions, and he's getting a lot better at his craft. He's not just flying through now. His ability to win a contested ball and get out of traffic, inside to out, the way we speak, is pretty good.
It's good. Shane Beaton, how much has a fit Tom Cole helped the group defensively? He's unheralded externally, but he was superb on the weekend.
Yeah, Coley. Everyone at the club values him right up there. So with him, Cripps, Duggan, and Hoff's one of those boys now, mate. So those guys are the backbone of our club, really. The way they run and defend and attack, it's really important. It complements your inside players. We just haven't had them for very long, so you can really notice it when you see them. And Hunt's part of that as well. Yeah,
that's good. I did see the stats at quarter time. I think Coley had 13.
I know.
He would have been going, what's happening right now? Mick J asks, we saw Jai Cully back at training last week. How's he going?
He's good. He's an elite preparer, so I would not be surprised if he got 2 or 3 months ahead of schedule at some stage. So, good to see him around the club. Ruben Jimmy's the same. He had a minor operation on his hamstring, and they're just ready to go already. So, they'll train for 3 weeks, and then they'll have a break, and they'll get back into it.
That's good. Asman, final one. Will Bunga go into the forward line for a bit in round 24?
No.
Never played forward in his life. He's never played. You've never trialled him there.
No, a bit. Have you played forward at AFL level?
I did, probably before your time.
I can't believe I deviated.
Very good. I was actually very good. Very good. But let's talk about the champion of the football club, Shannon Hearn.
Look, if he wants to, if we're 10 goals up, he can go there.
Yeah,
but,
nice.
We'll be chasing the win as much as ever.
Good.
But it'll be good to see him.
Yep. That'll do it for this week's episode of Ask Simmo. All thanks to ECU. It's RAC Derby time this Saturday night. Should be a ripping home crowd ready to throw their support behind the boys. Go well, mate.
Thanks, Guy.